我觉得我们这次非常开心，能够去参访黑亚利这个在日内瓦的社会企业。那当然，台湾在社会企业这个部分，当然有我们自己的定义。可是，在日内瓦，而且它这个社会企业是真正的，就是它透过训练一般我们所谓的弱势的劳工，然后把他们经过他们的训练之后，然后把他们送出去，送到其他的企业为企业所用。而且这个社会企业呢，它除了能够提供给他自己本身的员工超过日内瓦的最低工资之外，那么它本身这个社会企业就是 CEO 跟基层劳工之间的薪资的差距不会超过5倍，所以我想这个社会企业一定有非常多值得我们去学习的地方。
HLDZ 是属于欧洲团结与社会经济底下的一个经营模式，与台湾的社会企业截然不同。也很荣幸 HLDZ 的 CEO Christoph 以及日内瓦邦 SSE 办公室的 Porter 先生能亲自为我们介绍。
So my name is Christophe Dunant. I'm very pleased to meet you. Unfortunately, I've never been in your country in Asia. I've been working in Latin America, North America and Latin America, and a bit also in Africa, but I have no experience with Asia, and I'm really interested to share ideas with you because I've been involved in social enterprises since something like 25, 30 years. So it's a long story, and also by that time when we started, we didn't know that we would become a social enterprise. The concept has been built and then spread along the way. And I am working with Realis. I'm the CEO of Realis since more than 20 years. And part of that, I'm a lecturer at the Geneva Business School on this same topic. And I had the pleasure to develop the first course on social enterprises of the country. Yeah.
成为使社会更好的方式，强调无论是谁都能发生的公民参与与民主精神，透过每个人之间的差异，也就是多样性，使每个人发挥自己的专长，得以生存自主，发挥团结的精神，去营造一个使人能在社会生存的社会生态，并且对于这样的理念有一致性，就是所谓的团结与社会经济 （Solidarity and Social Economy）。
First, social well-being, participatory citizenship and democracy, ecology, which is very important and actually added value of our definition compared to other definition of social enterprise in Europe and elsewhere. The autonomy, solidarity, diversity, and finally consistency, which is a cross-cutting value that you will find throughout the 6 previous ones. That the concept of social and solidarity economy was very much unknown. Yet, many organizations and enterprises were sharing the same common values and practices. In the Swiss French-speaking context, there are many associations, foundations, and cooperatives. And some of these are gathered in sectoral or thematic apex organizations, but there was no cross-sectoral federation. So in addition to the economic and social context, there are also cultural factors. Cultural factors that contributed to the emergence of this inclusive definition of social enterprise. And as amongst the social economy and social and solidarity economy scope, as Christophe said, social enterprise are the driving force of
an example, quite big example in the country of one family of social solidarity economy, the family of work integration social enterprises. So you have to understand that in our perspective, social enterprises are involved in very different fields, from finance to agricultural production and social work. So you are here in one of the field, one of the family, which is the family of the work integration social enterprises. And this is one of the biggest organization in the country. Not working, you will see, with a disabled person, but working with unemployed person, with skills, but difficulty to get back to the labor market. So we will discuss that as an example, and we will put that in the perspective of sustainable development, if you are okay with that.
Realize 社会企业将其使命与社会的需求结合，提高社会效益。而下面将会介绍 Realize 的运作。
It's today a vocational training social enterprise, one of the family. And in a few words, we are a bridge. People without a job, most of them, they have no diploma, and they don't have skills or resources to get a job by themselves. You know, they don't know how to manage to get a job. We have many foreigners, migrants, very strong migrants community here in Geneva. So many don't speak French well, sometimes don't speak French well, but they have skills. Sometimes they have skills they don't even know they have, because they've been workers in the country, they've done a lot of things. They say, I have no diploma, so I have no skills. It's not true. So we hire them, we put them at work here in our different activities, and we work with them, say, hey, you know that, look at what are your skills. We will improve your skills, technical or soft skills or basic skills like French lessons for so it's very according to the specific need. So we are a bridge, and the idea is put them back on the labor market. The person that the other companies don't want today, and when they are good workers, when they work well, we push them out. In a company where you keep the good one. Exactly. So it's just doing the reverse. You hire the one that today the labor market don't want, and you put them at work. You develop the skills, and when they are good enough, you push them out. It's a few words. That's the concept, which is very simple.
Realize 目前分别有4个部门，分别是精密机械、洗衣、物流、园艺。
Well, the trainees, adults, low education, low diploma, I said that 50% migrants from between 30 and 40 countries. So it's very international, right? It's very international. I know that in your countries you have less migrants so far, but so a lot of languages and eager to work, eager to learn means that we work only with person who have a motivation. That's quite obvious. Our approach is learning by doing. You mentioned that. Trainers work with the trainees, so there's not the training in the room and the work on the field, but the trainers are working with the trainees. You won't even be able to notice who's the trainees and who's the trainer, because they're working together. So it's a very Swiss perspective, and that's what I mentioned. And they would stay between 4 and 6 months. 4 and 6 months. So it's a limited period of time. That makes a big difference with colleagues that develop social enterprises for disabled. Because in the social enterprise for disabled, there's a big one in Geneva called Fondation Pro. But there the person will stay forever because they are too disabled to find a job on the regular market. Even if we can do much more for integration than what has been done so far. So that's a big issue. But so there's in the family of work integration social enterprises, you have two sub-families. One works long-term job, adapted job, and the other one is just bridge perspective. Some do both, but within this family, there's two kind of concepts in a few ways.
It's just like a warehouse.
It's a warehouse.
Warehouse
It's a warehouse
service.
business.
Yeah.
Warehouse business it has delivery. You need to be able to drive a truck, to know the city, to know where to go, how to pass from one point to the other. So it's upskills, and then all the warehouse management, stock management, all using the tool, to pile and blah blah blah, the packaging skills, etc. So it's always the same system. So we do that always the same idea with it's not a training school, We do that in theory or in practice. We do that for real clients, real customers.
On the side and the field.
Sometimes we do a bit of theoretical training.
Yeah.
For instance, that they need to introduce something particular, but in the room where we discuss it. But most of the training is always on the field. We do things, and the trainers work with them. And you don't know how to use this tool? I show you. Then you do it, and you improve it. Okay, then maybe the first day you are slow, so the next day it's okay. You know it now. You have to improve the speed. It's day by day.
Daily practice.
Practice, and then feedback. Okay, that's good. That's not good. It's too slow. It's not precise enough. That's really the perspective of vocational training. And we have they say only 4 to 6 months, and then the training. If they are good enough, they are placed on the labor market and the enterprise and coached. And if they don't have enough skills, unfortunately, they will go on the social welfare. But at least we try. So we do a lot of selection, screening, and skill development. Unfortunately, with each year, 30%, 30-40%, they have too many problems or not enough skills to be interesting, to interest the labor market. So, unfortunately, there's no solution.
CEO 也提到，公司会根据获利率以及产业环境变化的需求而改变部门与组织结构。而 CEO 也提到，他们会回收较旧的手机加以组装，再平价的卖给买不起手机的人，达到回收再利用的目的。
Some figures, we are 200 here in Geneva, but 50% are trainees, means we are a particular enterprise that half of the staff is only here for a part-time, a limited time on a training perspective. So we are a huge training company. And we have 250 trainees per year, so the turnover is very important. Our budget is roughly $8 million Swiss francs, pretty much the same today. And that's a good question. Half of the income is training fees. We sell training programs to the government, local and national government. There are different social laws, it's quite complicated, but they contract us instead of doing it themselves. They contract us to do it. And 50% from the market. We do sell, we see different services, and so that's pretty much the balance.
Social enterprises are innovative by providing equal opportunities between men and women. In our organizations, women represent 56% of the employees.
Very high.
And half of them are actually represented in executive boards. It's also about involving their employees in the decision-making process. And that's the case in more than 70% of social enterprises. Concretely, limited profitability of social enterprises is not incompatible with high salaries as long as they are not disconnected with the lowest one. So the average salary gap amongst our members is 1.7 difference between highest and lowest. We were talking about salaries. The minimum salaries in our member organizations are above the trade union's proposal. I mean, there's no legal minimum salary in Switzerland. But for example, what trade unions propose is to have a minimum salary in Geneva of 4,000 francs. In our enterprises, the average lowest salary is above 5,200 francs.
Don't send with your money, because here it's very expensive, so wages are very high. But just the point here is that for the low wages are above the trade union proposal.
Yeah.
So the difference is within the hierarchy. In being a CEO, you earn much less in a social enterprise than in a business. And my salary is even lower than I would get in the public sector, but it's enough to live, and it's okay for me, because I'm not here. I'm here because of the meaning, the values, and the project, not because of the money. And we have more and more persons that have been working in regular enterprises, making a lot of money. Say it doesn't make sense to me anymore. I want to change. I want to do something that makes sense, and are okay to decrease our salary to come work with us. But we do have okay salaries, but the difference is it rises when you go on the top of the organization. So it's the CEO that has the worst salary in comparison with the public or private sector.
Okay.
Halsey 采用了扁平式薪资结构，打破员工位阶关系，让员工平等参与治理，在都显示了团结与社会经济的概念。
Because when we walk around this room, all of the building we are selling is very compared with our country Taiwan. We are from Taiwan. It's very different from it.
Yes.
And we want to ask you that how is your feeling when you're working like this kind of organization? And you just can tell your own experience to us.
So I am here from 5 years.
And
your name? My name is Nina, so my name is Firmina Miranda, so they call me here Nina, and I am here from 5 years. I like this job and this place because it's so different. We have different departments of work, and we have a possibility to help people. I think it's the most important for me. Here we have a possibility to help people having difficulties to find a job, to have the sociability life. Here it's something I can't say it's a job here. It's something with feelings, with people. It's not because you are working because I need money. We have some satisfaction because it's more than a job, more than a salary.
好，很高兴呢，我们在这次前往日内瓦的行程当中，我们也有去 Hellice 这个企业，社会企业。然后我们当中有看到，在 Hellice 里面有一个创办人之一的执行长，然后他做这个社会企业呢，他最主要的目标，他有一个座右铭说，他的生活价值就是他的收入。然后这个组织最厉害的地方就是他们的薪资水平，整个组织的薪资水平都不超过1.7倍。那这边是我还蛮佩服的，因为这样子就可以跟员工拉近他的距离，然后也可以让这个社会企业有更好的社会正面的形象跟塑造它的组织文化。然后我相信台湾也可以就是多学习在国外欧洲的社会企业，然后多多培养这些台湾社会企业。然后我觉得台湾可以能够更朝向更好的方向发展。
这次我们参访了 Hellice 的社会企业，它是以积极训练导向的社会企业。现今台湾有许多社企的风潮为之流行。那这个就是政府也会利用多元就业开发方案来协助我们 NGO 推动。其实这个设计在参访后，我觉得台湾有许多值得借鉴的地方。台湾可以先从就是中高龄失业者进入就业市场媒合开始做起，多与本土产业合作，培训就是优质具有竞争力的人才，让企业得以雇用。这样不仅能有效解决失业问题，也能协助带动在地产业发展。